You know, I always wondered where the name Supersonics came from. I watched a YouTube video. It's apparently because that's where Boeing was attempting to at the time build the first supersonic aircraft. So the people of Seattle said, let's name our team the Supersonics. I loved the Sonics when they were in the NBA. They really got screwed out of their team. The Spurs. Alright, Avery Johnson, I'm gonna... I mean, I wouldn't say WWE is in a mode where they need CM Punk. Like, I get, to a point, I get some of his, for lack of a better word, complaints. Like, because through that year he was champion, his mindset, and I personally don't disagree with this mindset. His mindset is, you're not the main event unless you go on last. You know, this whole concept of, oh, we're having co-main events. I will be the first one to admit, I think that's BS. You know, you want to, I mean, you want to be fancy and just call something a main event to call it a main event, fine. But the fact is, if you're not the last match, you're not the main event. Would you agree there? You want to call something, you want to label something a featured match to make it seem like, to make it a big deal, like, you know, Hogan versus Rock at WrestleMania was labeled as a co-main event. The fact is, it didn't go on last. It probably should have. Even Triple H said him and Jericho shouldn't have main evented that year's WrestleMania because they couldn't follow that. You know, they couldn't follow that up. But the fact is, you know, was it a featured match? Yes. Was it the main event? No. CM Punk's gripe was, I was world champion for over a year, but I almost never main evented the show. It was always John Cena and whoever he was feuding with. You know, and you know, whatever your feeling about it is. See, now, the topic I'm about to bring up, I'm torn on. Because part of me says, yeah, but I'm not saying anything. They're not going to care what I say about this. Trust me. There's a part of me that says it's not fair to Punk to lose his year-long title reign to The Rock solely for the purpose of enhancing the feud between him and John Cena. Because that feud didn't need the title. But at the same time, it's like, you know, Hulk Hogan lost to The Rock. Triple H lost to The Rock. Stone Cold Steve Austin lost to The Rock. Should there really be any, oh my God, I feel like I lost something, or I wasn't put over because I didn't beat The Rock? The fact that you're in a match with The Rock at a point in his career where he could have said, I'm only wrestling Cena. You know what I mean? Be in the ring with, but at the same time, I understand and respect. I do. There's part of me that feels like, okay, if I'm going to lose the title after a year of having it, I want to lose it to somebody who's going to be around. Exactly. Now, which brings me to point number 3. You know, Punk was the first one to say it because he didn't care let's face it, he didn't care who he pissed off. So he was the first one to say, you know, what benefit was the Undertaker's streak at the end, towards those last few years? You have a guy who is busting his butt on the roster 365 days a year, or 350 days a year, depending on which way you want to look at it. He works a program with the Undertaker. He takes a tombstone, loses. He's on the show. He's on Raw the next night. The Undertaker's gone. Now, you make the same point you do with The Rock. In one respect, should feel honored to even be sharing a ring with the Undertaker at WrestleMania. You know, yes, it wasn't the main event. It wasn't the last match on the card. But you're still sharing a ring with the Undertaker at WrestleMania. So there was some validity in some of his being upset with WWE. But at the same time, it was like, you want your cake and eat it too. You know, there is no 100% right, 100% wrong in CM Punk's complaints, in my opinion. I mean, because at the time, what Roman Reigns is doing right now aside, at the time, he had the longest title reign in the WWE since Randy Savage from WrestleMania 4 to WrestleMania 5. So, how can he can't say he wasn't treated right. I don't know. So I don't know what more could he want? Tell me. Yeah. Eventually, this 7-game win streak I'm on with the Sonics has to end, right? I'm not gonna win every game the rest of the season. That is time to. By the way, I will only be around Monday and Tuesday this week. Well, at night, which won't do you any good. You'll be in bed, but... So I guess the only time I'll probably talk to you this week is probably tomorrow. Because then I'll be singing, "Fly me to the moon and let me play amongst the stars." You gonna miss me? I was just joking. I said you're gonna miss me. I appreciate that. God, that was one of the things I used to say to Janelle all the time when she'd be like, she would tell me, "Miss you." I'd be like, "Get better aim." She'd get so mad. She's like, "I try to be sweet, tell you I miss you." Mind you, this was when we were together. She hasn't said that lately, for the record. Oh yeah, she doesn't. You smart ass son of a bitch. Where'd you learn to be such a smart ass? Welcome back. The gentleman that was here watching my stream earlier today is back. I was just talking about my 40-year stream rebuild I tried to do last night. That I got about 15 years of it done, and it took 2.5 hours. I was like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore. What I need to do is I need to just edit out a lot of the, but I'm not good at video editing. The Spurs are beating me. $14 to 6. But at one point during that 40-year rebuild, I had Gary Payton, Scottie Pippen, and Shaquille O'Neal, all three on the same team. You could almost call that the original Big Three. And I still didn't win an NBA title. I still got bounced in the first round. Because let's face it, I didn't have much else on the team except those three guys. Actually, no, my shooting guard was Jeff Hornacek, so it ain't like he's no scrub. Almost reminded me of that year, I think it was 2002. I'm fine. I think it was the 2002 Lakers, I think, had a lineup of Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant, Karl Malone, and Gary Payton. And that team, you would think, no problem, we're going to win an NBA title easy. Nope, they got beat by the Pistons. I appreciate that. Well, if this first quarter is any indication, my 7-game win streak is going to come to an end. At some point, I got to trade. No, they do not. I'm pretty sure they're still rocking the same jerseys today. The black and white. They had NWO colors before the NWO. Oh. Good point. The Spurs are using those colors for life. I'll tell you what, I've been going back watching some 90s NBA on YouTube. There was nothing like the NBA on NBC little jingle. Like, you hear that little... You're fine. Do 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 do. Nineteen to 20. Let's go, Spurs. Do 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 do. I wish these players would bite on the head fake more often. That's the one thing. That's the one thing I will give you, that they do a lot more when you use meter. NBC, not ABC. You're fine, nothing to be sorry for. That's not fair. NBC doesn't stand for nothing but commercials now. Yes, sir. Well, that's a funny. That's the neat thing about like when you watch a show on a streaming service and you see how long the actual show is. Like it's funny. Like I'll watch Next Generation. It'll say 47 minutes, and then I'll watch an episode from a few years ahead in time of like Deep Space Nine. It'll be 42 minutes, and it's like that shows you how much extra time they leave for commercial. And it's like, I'd bet you in a half-hour show that you're probably getting, I was going to say 13 to 14 minutes of programming. Do you remember on Nickelodeon in the 90s, Wild and Crazy Kids? I'm asking if you remember that specific show. Funny thing is, the thing I used to love watching on Nick at Night the most is Mr. Ed. And Green Acres is the place to be. All of a sudden I'm up 5, which means and one of my favorite shows on Nickelodeon when I was a kid was and it was reruns because my dad used to watch it when he was a kid, was Dennis the Menace. Which in my opinion was one of Walter Matthau's best acting performances when he did the movie. You know, I could not tell for the longest time that the robber was Christopher Lloyd. When I was a kid, I was like, I used to tell my dad every time I watched it, he would watch that movie with me, I'd be like, I know that voice. Because I don't think when I was a young kid, I understood that the whole Hollywood acting thing, like one guy could play, you know what I mean? Why is Doc Brown a criminal? Guys watching my gameplay probably thinks I'm talking to myself because I don't have party audio on it. That's the biggest reason I usually always have a party audio on it, so people don't think I'm sitting here talking to myself. But you've been asking me not to, so I've been leaving it. Huh? You're fine. Why do you say better for me or better for me? Well, are you saying you sometimes have diarrhea of the mouth that's caused by constipation of the brain? You know that's what often causes diarrhea of the mouth, right? Is constipation of the brain. One of my old teachers used to say that all the time. Are you suffering from brain constipation because you're running off at the mouth today? The Rain Man, Sean Kemp. Think about it. Is it press time for what? I don't get it. But I do not play my career in 2K. I play my career in WWE 2K, but not NBA 2K. So to answer your direct question, yes, I play my career in 2K, just not. As weird as this sounds, and my buddy that I'm talking to tells me it's weird all the time, I want to lose sometimes. I don't want to, like, if I'm playing franchise mode, I don't want it to be, I'm 82-0. Like, I want it to be realistic. He tells me all the time it's weird that I want, essentially I'm saying I want to lose. And it's not that I want to lose. I just, if I lose, and I'm not real good on ball defense. But if I lose, as long as it's a decent game, I'm not upset. Why am I shooting a 3-point pointer with my center? That was dumb. Yeah. CM Punk. Put it this way, there are many other superstars that I would rather see WWE bring back than CM Punk. No, not. I'd rather see them bring back, like, I still want them to bring back Tegan Knox. Who was great for the women's division. You're not? That's good. David Robinson's killing me. Him and Roger Staubach, probably the two most famous professional athletes to come out of the University of Navy, or the Naval Academy. Can't say the University of Navy because it's not a university per se. I have 3 people watching my stream, supposedly. Hello, 3 people. I'm 4th in the Western Conference right now. I think Seattle should be in the Eastern Conference. My God, could you imagine all the travel if they had to play all East Coast teams? Yeah, put them in the Eastern Conference, put the Brooklyn Nets in the West. Oh, yeah, I remember something. If you remember, for years up until they did the realignment when they introduced the wild card and they did the 3 divisions. Remember that Atlanta was in the West because they didn't realign the divisions when they moved from Milwaukee to Atlanta. Yeah, but remember back then there was only 2 divisions. I could make an argument that they probably belonged more east than they did. They were more. Because, I mean, I think pretty sure you had like teams like Minnesota and Detroit in the East prior to the wild card and the 3 divisions. I know Pittsburgh was in the East. Because if you think about it, those years that Pittsburgh lost to Atlanta in the NLCS, if that divisions had been realigned, that matchup should have never happened. Ugh. Eddie. Do, 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 do. Oh. It looks like I may be losing at halftime. For the first time in forever. Okay, that was bad. I should never sing. Unless you want to hear me sing. Hello? Oh, I thought you were gone. I can't guard the Admiral. I'm giving her all she's got, Captain. How is the wonderful world of Warcraft going? How is the wonderful world of Warcraft going? Good Lord. David Robinson has 29 points in the first half. It's like I'm playing Patrick Ewing. Thunder's just a noise, boys. Lightning does the work. That's kind of bad when your team as a whole has 47 points and you have 29. Scary Gary Payton. So are you dressing up for work tomorrow? Oh. I meant like, are you dressing up, doing like anything Halloweeny? First time in forever. Thunder. I'm gonna lose. I'm down by 6. But unlike some people, I would never say you're a distraction. Figured I'd bring that up since I haven't brought that up in a while. I just don't understand how anybody can stream but then call people spectators a distraction. I thought the whole point of streaming was to get spectators. Did you know one Jamaican or 100? The exchange rate for Jamaican money and our money is one Jamaican dollar is worth 152 of ours. Well, when I found that out, I jokingly told a friend of mine, I said, I'm going to sell all my rental properties, cash out my 401ks, and I'm going to go live in Jamaica as a millionaire. And they laughed. They said, the only problem is you're probably going to end up spending like $600, $700 at McDonald's for one meal. I was like, you always got to bring logic into this. I was like, that sounds like, I'm sitting there thinking, that sounds like something Frog would point out to me. I ought to look that up. I ought to see how much a Happy Meal is in Jamaica. Oh, give me a break. He's low on energy, and yet he's still pushing me around in the post. Go back to the Naval Academy. Thunder's just a noise, boys. I'm guessing the guy that was watching my stream left. Or at least he stopped talking in chat. Down by 10. Go Spurs. Big Lake. Down by 6. San Antonio's giving me fits. David Robinson could have been the Attorney General if he hadn't decided to go to the NBA. He could have made the rank of Admiral, and then some president just made him the Attorney General. But he chose basketball. Nice Indiana Jones reference. You didn't think I'd get that, did you? I love Indiana Jones. I'm undecided whether I recognize Crystal Skulls or not, though. Because part of me says the Last Crusade, with him riding off with his father, was the perfect way to, you know what I mean? And that last scene where he finally gets what he's always wanted, the acceptance from his father. When his father doesn't say Junior, he says Indiana, just has always choked me up. Good God, David Robinson's cute. If I tell you his stat line, you would laugh. I'll tell you at the end of the third quarter. I mean, it's almost like I'm playing a video game. He's got video game numbers, I say. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. I hope I don't have to end up playing Spurs in the playoffs. I don't want to have to play at least 4 games against David Robinson. I mean, you think what Patrick Ewing used to do to me is bad. Wait till you hear these numbers. 70-70. Okay. I'm almost embarrassed to look at this stat line. Oh my God. So through 3 quarters, he's played 30 minutes, right? I'm going to go backwards. He's got 4 blocks, 2 steals, 4 assists, 26 rebounds, and 42 points. See why I said it's like video game numbers? Yeah. Ironic, isn't it? All right. Close game. Go, Spurs, go. Derek is the key. The Maggie. Bang it, dollar. Are you back? By 3. Okay. Let's go. Bip. Bip, 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 bip. Come on, Pierce. And San Antonio. Yeah.